Ooh wee. We on fire tonight, boy. We on fire. So remember when I was telling y'all about like spiritual punishment, right? That if somebody does something to you, right? Something you can't prove, but it was severe. Like I told y'all about my one of my exes sexually assaulted me, right? While I was sleeping, and I didn't have any physical proof, right? That would allow me to prosecute him, right? Bring him up on charges, right? And I prophesied in a video some months back. I think it was about 4 to 6 months back. I prophesied a video, right? And I said oh goodness, I said these exact words. I declared on a video, 111 on my timer. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I declared on a video what would happen to this person because they did what they did to me, right? And they thought it was funny, right? And my mother was the one who suggested that they do that. Why? Because she handed me off to Chester, the molester in our family, right? Basically sold me. And I said that I may not be able to prove what you did, right? But I prophesied that you will pay for it. You'll pay for it. And the end of you will be in prison for the rest of your life. And there, people will take advantage of you. And you won't be able to do nothing about it. I said that. It's in the archives. Go back and look. I also exposed the fact that they had got an underage teenager pregnant. Mm-hmm. And they were laughing. They were keying and woo, slapping five over the seats. And we did it. We did it. We about to come up. We about to. They was making plans for money they didn't even have yet. Money that was not theirs, but mine. You know what they're doing now? In horror and anxiety. Remember how they were going out partying, kicking it, traveling from area code to area code, having different hoes in different area codes. They don't even go out no more. They ain't kicking it. They ain't partying. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Especially since they got a baby pregnant that's having a baby. So you got one underage, you got one who's an adult, but on the inside they're really a child. So really you got two children that made another child. Who who mm. You're not gonna be able to fly. No, 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 no. You're going on the no-fly list. Thinking about fleeing. You ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. You're not going nowhere. Oh, you going somewhere, but you ain't going nowhere. You can't run. Oh, maybe you can't run, but you can't hide. You ain't leaving the state. I know that. All it would have taken for you to do is respect people, treat people how you want to be treated, do better. 4, 5, 6 on my timer, but you did the exact opposite, and you did it with vigorous force. Vigorous force. You put so much ambition in creativity into that if you would have put that into something positive, you'd already be at the top. You'd already be at the top. If you had half as much ambition to do the right thing as you do the wrong, man, you'd be something amazing. Something amazing. And I know your gifts and talents, but that's over now. That's over now. Oh my gosh, Holy Spirit, you're funny. The song I just heard in my spirit. What's that song by is it Nivea? And I think Corrupt, or not Nivea, Corrupt and Natina from Black, the music, the group. The song, it goes, it's over now, move over. It's my turn now, it's over. The game's shut down. Sorry. Holy Spirit's funny, y'all. But you won't be able to hurt nobody no more. You won't be able to sexually force yourself on anybody anymore. You won't be able to lie, cheat, and steal anymore. Not in the free world, you won't. And you'll have no freedom. You'll have no freedom to roam around and do. See, you used your freedom and you wasted it trying to take away somebody else's. I just explained how karma works in the reverse. So exactly what you did is happening just in the reverse. Right? You betray somebody in front of you for somebody behind you, and that person behind you is going to betray you for somebody behind them, and so on and so on. We're on a rhythm system. Rhythm. Mirror. How come you guys don't get that? Like it's easy stuff. How come you don't get it? If the word says to treat someone as you would want to be treated, that tells you that it's a mirror system. Just like if I start an argument with you and I start cussing and screaming and hollering at you, and you don't know not to do the same back to me, but to actually calmly speak, you will repeat the exact same thing that I do to you, which is yell, scream, and holler. And then it'll just go back and forth, bouncing off of each other like a mirror's reflection. It takes one person to do something different to stop the cycle. I'm trying to break it down in layman's terms. I really am. Doing the same thing, expecting a different result. That's saying it in another way. There's so many different ways you can say it, right? But it all means the same thing. And you know what? I think people understand. I think they just choose to be ignorant, or they just want to challenge even when they know there's no challenge to be had. It's like they just want to go against what they know is right, like just because they want to. I'm really feeling that right now, in my energy. Like it's like I know this is wrong, but I want to do it because it is wrong, and I don't want to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I know that's right. I know I should do that, but I don't want to do it because it's coming from you. Because you're saying it. but let somebody else say it, and now they're incorporating it, and then they want to spit it back to you like you didn't just say that to them. It's jealousy, envy, right? Why would somebody not want to learn from you, the one who was sent for them to learn from? But if a random stranger says the same thing, they'll soak it up, they'll eat it up, and regurgitate it like it was theirs, or like they cooked it. Trying to refer to it like food, like they cooked the meal, right? But I cooked the meal and prepared the plates. All they did was serve the plates. You see what I'm saying? Everybody's like, "Oh, this is so good." It's so good. What did you what did you put in it? And then they get to lying. Oh yeah, well, my grandma, she passed down this recipe. It's actually a family, it's like a family heirloom, but it's not a piece of jewelry, so it's like just been passed down through our family, and I've mastered it over the years because I'm just so amazing, and I get all the attention. This is what they do. Y'all hear that rain outside? It's pouring down. There's a lot of people crying right now. See somebody crying, walking back and forth in their living room, just tugging at their hair, like like walking back and forth, crying. Other people running for help, trying to pay for healing services, right? Trying to pay for healing. Any type of healing that y'all are going to get will only be temporary. Why? Because it is not genuine healing. You're trying to put a band-aid on something and paint over it. You can't cheat with healing. It's not set up that way. You have to do the work. You have to not be fearful. Face your fears. Even in the face of fear, you need to face your fears. How you think Jesus felt when he was being persecuted and beaten and being nailed to the cross, and like, how did you think that he felt? And y'all can't push past some fear? I'm not talking to y'all chosen ones. I'm talking to others. Y'all can't push past some fear? I'd be fearful to work with darkness. I'd be fearful to be on the wrong side of God. Knowing that God sees me too, like, I have a hard time doing something wrong now because I know my Father's eyes is always on me. But besides that, I know within me that that'll bother me. It bothers me when I do something wrong. It bothers me if I want to lean towards one way and maybe fabricate or lie or something, right? It would bother me. And I like the fact that it bothers me. Why? Because I have integrity. Have I always? In certain times, I didn't. I didn't. I ain't embarrassed to tell them stories, but I ain't telling them. But if I had to, I ain't embarrassed to tell them stories. I'm not embarrassed to admit where I used to be and how I used to be. For what? Why? No. I spent a lot of my life being ashamed a lot of things about myself, and that is no more. That will never be again, ever. I refuse to be uncomfortable with myself. If it's anybody I'm going to be comfortable with, it is myself. 15:15 on my timer. It's other people that have the issue. Have an issue with me because I'm so comfortable with myself and don't care what nobody says. And people will get upset at you for that because they don't have the courage to be who they are. So it's like they hate you for being able to push past your fear when they should be throwing that hate at themselves, right? I mean, I don't advise nobody to hate themselves, right? That ain't what I'm saying. But you want to throw hate at others, direct that at yourself, because that is the real person that you're having those feelings for. Why would you hate somebody else and lie on somebody else and about how they live their life? Why would you lie and try to destroy someone or people that helped you when nobody else would, that took you in when nobody else did, that loved on you, took care of you when you were sick, rubbed your feet when you came home from work, washed your clothes, folded your clothes, gave you baths at times, lulled you to sleep at times, basically was your mama and your daddy at times. And that's the one that you want to take out of here? That's the one you want to hurt? That's the one you want to lie on? And you want to go run with the ones who manipulate you and gaslight you so that you can ruin your opportunities? But they're all partying with you like everything's sweet. But in the back of their minds, they all know that they're setting you up. 1717. I don't get it. It's like God done filled up a bottle for y'all, put the formula in there, mixed it up, tried to give it to y'all to drink, and y'all are just like, mm, 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 mm. What's the verse, Holy Spirit? I just caught a bit of it. You just threw it by me. Throw it by again, please. Thank you, Holy Spirit. There's a verse in the Bible. This is something like, God said, like a mother hen, I tried to gather you, but you would not. Right? I'm sure I'm verbatim, right? But if you look for the verse, type in a few words, you'll find it, right? Like a mother hen, I tried to basically saying like a mother hen does. I tried to gather you all up, because you my babies, my chicks, but you would not. You wouldn't allow me to. You ran from me. You ignored me when I spoke to you. So what else is God gonna do? He's gonna let you go. That's the thing about God. He's a gentleman. He's not gonna force you to do anything. He is a gentleman, very much so. He gives you choices and options. You choose. You do. But he also lets you know the repercussions and the consequences for whatever you may choose. But he lets you know that it's your choice. And I'll be okay with your choice. But you better be okay with your choice. You better be okay with it, because when you make it, that's where you're going to stay. Until I say, not me, God. Right? There's sometimes I wish God would make us do stuff. But you know what? That's just laziness. Laziness trying to creep up on me when it does, right? I feel like, God, how come you couldn't decree me to do this? Like, it's forceful. You have to do it. Do it. Right? Because the things I have to do, I do them. Oh, I do them. If it's a command, I do it. I do it. I might complain a little. I might gripe and like a toddler a little bit and have a little attitude problem, but I do it. I do it. 2034 on my timer. Okay? Regardless of how I feel about it. Believe me, beloved, I've made some sacrifices in my life that I did not want to make. That I did not want to make. Sacrifices I said I would never make. But for God, I did them. Because I love my God. I love my Father. I'll sacrifice anything He asks me to. Anything. Anything. And that's where you guys need to get to. 2112 on my timer. Why do you think you're supposed to leave your family? When you get of age and get married or get in a relationship, you're supposed to leave your family and start your own family. Your mama and your daddy not supposed to have control over what goes on in your household. That's unhealthy. That's toxic. And a little suspect. I don't know. People who their mamas is all up in their house, in their business, in their bedroom. That's a little suspect to me. Okay, like a lot of bit, or a lot. I think bit is. I can't say a lot of bit was a lot anyway. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's jail time. Oh, prison actually. It's gonna be clank clank. Clank clank. Ooh boy, beloved. Those of y'all that been in jail, y'all know that sound. Y'all know how that feels when them bars close. They go clank clank, and you know you can't get out. I'm sorry, that's not funny because I remember how it felt. Oh my goodness, you just want to run, take off running, die through the bars like you can't. But stay out of jail, y'all. Stay out of jail. Love y'all, beloved. I'm happy. I am happy. I am. Feel like I got that part of me back. You know? The part that was violated. Feel like I got it back. Love y'all, beloved. Hope you have a good night, man. Sleep good. Pray over yourself. Pray over your kids. All right? Lock your windows. Okay? What's this? Y'all better guard your wife. Guard your kids. Hide your wife. Hide your kids. Let me get out of here. I love y'all, beloved. I'll holler at y'all later, man. Good night.